SportsCenter.
It's not a college football Saturday without a stunning upset. It's not the Big Ten without defense getting it done. And if you're wondering why there are 4 Big 12 teams in the top 7, I have 4 highlights that you need to see. Meanwhile, in Milwaukee, a must-win for the home team. Nothing Bush League about the Brewers in Game 3. Same scenario in L.A. The Cubs with nothing left to lose. SportsCenter, always a win-win. Right now.
Vanderbilt's first game as a ranked team in 24 years. 19th-ranked Commodores entertaining number 13 Auburn. Mackenzie Adams perfect to Brandon Barton. 14-13 Vandy. Late in the 4th now. Auburn trying to come back. Chris Todd's pass picked by Myron Lewis. Vandy hangs on. Their first 5-0 start since 1941. He said 1941.
Alabama, you got the weight on your shoulders. It's breaking your back. Tied 2 ranking, its highest since 93. Visiting Kentucky, making some noise. Late, Mike Hartline, DeMario Ford. We got a 3-point game. Kentucky going to go onside kick with 40 seconds to go. Kick it out of bounds, and Alabama holds on 17-14. Rich Brooks' squad don't get it done.
Hi there, and welcome to SportsCenter. And if you got to work a Saturday night, you want to work with Neil Everett. All season long, we've been making fun of the National League West. Got to be around 500 to win the division, and praising the Chicago Cubs, best record in the league all along. Well, who's laughing now?
Thought the Cubs would win a World Series before we saw Steve here on a Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday, but apparently that's not going to be the case. 3-0 Dodgers, top 7. The Cubs do have 2 on, 2 out. Hiroki Kuroda has handcuffed the Cubs. He's just been pulled, weighed in, Kuroda out, but he 6 hits, no runs, the Cubs, and it's do or die for Chicago. Same scene for Milwaukee against Philadelphia today, Steve.
Excellent segue, Neil. Thank you for that. Is that the way you normally do it on the weekends?
That's how we do it here.
Brewers' first playoff game at home in 26 years. Dale Swain, Prince Fielder, and the Brewers face elimination and facing Jamie Moyer, who's actually younger than Neil. J.J. Hardy, RBI single. Brewers had a 2-0 lead, and Moyer not pleased with first-inning results. He's pitched very well this season when the Phillies have needed him. As for his opposite number in the game today, Dave Bush. Bush pitched out of trouble all game, or at least into the 6th inning anyway. Runner on second for Pedro Feliz, and Bush gets him to pop out to end it. Bush out of the tight spot. 2-out runner on second in the 3rd, Jason Worth. He strikes out. Bush getting him out of another jam. And then in the 4th with 2 down and a runner on, Shane Victorino. Bush induced him to line out to J.J. at short. Out of trouble for the 3rd consecutive inning. Here's Corey Hart with a man on. Shoots a base hit to right. Worth comes up throwing, and throwing behind Hart to nail the runner at first. How about Worthy? Great defensive play to get Hart back at first. An embarrassing base running blunder. Phillies defense keeping them in the game. To the 6th now. Here's Worth at the plate. Long drive to right, and here's Hart going back. Gives you a great effort. Playing with a lot of heart there, and crashes in. Looks like he made the catch, and then it rolls out at the end. For Worth, he ends up on 3rd with a triple. What do you think? Lots of arguments in the newsroom. Did he hang on to it long enough? He still got it there, and then it pops out. Never showed it to the umpire, and apparently that's the official ruling there. Phillies would score later on a Ryan Howard groundout. To the 7th now. Brewers up 3-1. There's Jason Kendall. Singles through the left side. That's going to score Hardy. Brewers get a big hit out of the veteran catcher. Little insurance run. 4-1, and they look like they would need it. Milwaukee trying to protect a 4-1 lead, top of the 9th. Solomon Torres on the mound. Nobody out, and the bases loaded. Pedro Feliz grounds to the 3rd. Bill Hall to 2nd to try to turn the double play. The Dale Swain comes out to object, and it's a great point because the Swain doesn't say anything. Runners advance, run scores. Shane Victorino called for runners interference, never even slid. So they take a run off the scoreboard. Ryan Howard back at 3rd, score would remain 4-1. Next batter, Carlos Ruiz, and he grounds back to Torres. Little underhand flip, and that's it. Brewers survive a 9th inning scare, but they do hang on and stay alive in the series. The Brewers have only scored 2 runs the entire series thanks to a hit. Both of them singles, both coming in today's game. The Phillies got their first hit with a runner in scoring position in the 9th inning. They finished the game 1 for 12 in that situation. In the series, the Phillies are hitting 161 with runners in scoring position. Yet again, keep in mind, they still lead the series 2-1. J.J. Hardy, 3 hits, the first 3-hit game by a Brewer in the postseason since Robin Yount had 4, Game 5 of the '82 World Series. And Hardy well aware there's another home game tomorrow.
For me, tonight was probably the first night that I've ever understood how home field advantage is pretty important, because those fans were awesome for us. You know, we could tell that when their pitchers weren't throwing strikes, they're getting louder and kind of, you know, just making that atmosphere good for us.
When we talk about it hitting, that's kind of where it goes at times. And I don't know what you do about it. Actually, what we played, what, 27 innings of baseball, and we've only scored in 3 innings. We scored 3 and 5 and 1 run. And, you know, so actually we haven't hit really what I call hitting for our team.
So the Brew Crew, they live to see another day. That day will at least be tomorrow. 1 Eastern, TBS, ESPN Radio, Game 4 of the series. Joe Blanton for Philadelphia, Jeff Suppan for Milwaukee. The Brewers bullpen has pitched 12 scoreless innings in the series. After getting 7 hits in the first 2 games, Milwaukee banged out 11 knocks in their Game 3 win.
Game you watched on ESPN Saturday night, 4th-ranked Missouri at Nebraska. Home team has won the last 6 in the series, and Missouri has lost 15 straight in Lincoln, so that bodes well for Bo Pelini's club. But Jeremy Macklin from Chase Daniel. You see the story on Macklin on E60? It was tremendous. Tigers up 7-0. He had 5 catches, 88 yards, and that touchdown. Game tied at 7 as Nebraska answered right back. Daniel to Tommy Saunders, 10 yards and a roughing the passer, so make it a 25-yard play. And later in that drive, 1st and goal at the 3, Derek Washington had a big night from 3 yards there. It's 14-7. Now 24-7 as Missouri can score points in bunches. Joe Gans rolls right. Brock Christopher, the senior linebacker from Kearney, Missouri, with the pick, and he scores. It's 31-7. Now 31-10, 3rd quarter. Washington, 14 carries, 140 yards, 2 touchdowns, gain of 29 yards right there. So where's the other touchdown? Later in the drive, that's where it is on 2nd and goal. Daniel finds Washington. 7 yards. Missouri, 52-17. Big over Nebraska.
All right, moving on. Top-ranked Oklahoma paid a visit to Baylor. Bob Stoops and his squad ranked 1st in the nation for the first time in some 5 years. Sam Bradford, 14 touchdowns the last 3 games. That's going into this one. Hits Manuel Johnson, 53-yard touchdown, 7-zip Sooners. Baylor was down 14-0. Here's Robert Griffin takes the snap, and, well, he is just blown up. Ryan Reynolds, the big hit on Griffin right there. Game was already out of hand in the 2nd quarter. Oklahoma's been unbelievable in the 1st quarter. Sooners a 28-7 lead. Here's Bradford finding Joaquin Iglesias, 42-yard touchdown. Bradford 372 yards and 2 scores. Oklahoma 10 points shy of becoming the first college football team to ever score 30,000 points. And again, they led 28-zip after the 1st quarter. They have outscored the opposition in the 1st quarter so far this season. How about 93-3?
That's useful information.
I think so. Opponents are playing from behind when they go up against OU. All right, some Heisman hopefuls under center this year. The boys from the Big 12, they're bringing it. Sam Bradford and Chase Daniels, you saw nearly identical numbers, each off to a 5-0 start. Bradford a small edge and touchdown pass. Daniel a slightly higher completion percentage. Another good quarterback for you. 5th-ranked Texas and Colorado. Big 12 opener for both. You know Colt McCoy. 1st quarter. Here's McCoy running from the pressure and the pass to Chris Obanaya. And Obanaya into the end zone for the score. Texas a 7-0 lead. 2nd quarter now. 2nd and 5 on the Colorado 14. Up 14-0, and it's Obanaya again breaking tackles. 13-yard jaunt into the end zone. Texas up 21-0. 28-0 in the 3rd. Cody Hawkins to Jake Behrens. Look out. There's your flip into the end zone. And Texas a 28-7 lead, and then Cody Johnson. Well, he rushes up the middle. Not great blocking up front, but the pushing from behind is great That's a touchdown cemented for Texas. McCoy, 261 yards, 2 scores, did throw 2 picks. With the 2 touchdown passes, Colt McCoy now responsible for 77 touchdowns in his Longhorn career. Tied and passed Ricky Williams in the win. Trails only Vince Young now on the school's all-time list. And get ready for this showdown next week. It'll be Oklahoma and Texas at the Cotton Bowl. See that noon Eastern over on ABC.
Bartender, Manhattan. Coach Ron Prince, Kansas State club, looking to surprise 7th-ranked Texas Tech. Remember the Wildcats won at Texas in their conference opener last season. Mike Leach not interested. First quarter, Graham Harrell, Kyle Leong. That's a catch worth seeing twice. You just saw it twice. Red Raiders up 7-0. Still in the first game, tied now at 7. It's Harrell finding Michael Crabtree. He scores 14-7. And now in the second quarter, it's Harrell again. This time Adam James in the action. That's a first down, and that's going to put Harrell at the top of the Texas Tech all-time passing list. We'll update you on that momentarily. And then Harrell completes it to Leong. Another touchdown and another second look. Over the pylon, 24-14. How about a 3rd and goal? Harrell, again, new guy, Ryan Hale. Tech up 31-14. Kind of going field level and then up top. Field level up top. Harrell finds Crabtree again. Splits 2 defenders. Touchdown tied Crabtree for the most Tech career TDs with 30. 58-28 is your final. And Graham Harrell ties his career high for touchdown passes with 6. Rushed for 1 as well, so he had 7 on the day. 454 passing yards put him past Cliff Kingsbury into first place on the school's all-time list. Buckeyes and Badgers going at it at Camp Randall. This came down to the final minute, and that young Mr. Pryor took over. In the SEC, not only did 19 Vandy end an ugly streak over 50 years long, they did so with their backup quarterback. 2 teams the polls seem to love right now, Alabama and Penn State. How impressive? Well, you can be the judge. We'll show you some highlights. And why is the only team with 100 regular season wins this season suddenly on the brink of elimination? Peter Gammons has one word for you. It's huge.
On Blu-ray High Def today.
We have seasonal beers to celebrate the changing of the seasons.
Sam Adams Oktoberfest is an American interpretation of a German Marzen style.
It's starting to get a little cold outside, then it's time for Oktoberfest.
Sam Adams Oktoberfest. It's just fall to a T.
4 police officers have been shot.
I want you on the task force. Find who killed our guys.
One detective search for the truth.
I talked to this broad, Lisette. She says it was a cop.
Will push another over the edge.
You breathe a word of this, I'll slit your throat.
You have lost your mind.
You gonna burn down your own house? Blow up everything you work for? I will not apologize for doing what I do.
This ends tonight. Pride and Glory. Rated R. Starts October 24th.
It takes 2 to text. The Rumor by LG. For a limited time, if you buy one, you get one free. Built for texting, so everyone's just an instant away. Only $49.99 for a pair. Any pair. The Rumor by LG. Buy one, get one free in white, black, or a fierce green.
If you've got over $10,000 in credit card debt and you can't ever see breaking free, then call J. Warren Financial and do it now. Being in over your head is a vicious cycle. J. Warren Financial will work on your behalf to get you out of debt and back on track. This is not bankruptcy. We fight for you using our proven experience and the insider programs the credit card companies try to hide. If you owe at least $10,000 to the credit card companies, you owe it to yourself to call J. Warren Financial at
800-505-4167.
All right, updating what's going on in Los Angeles. And the Cubs need more of this. You see that little yellow at second base, that little diamond there. That means Derek Lee got a leadoff double to start the top of the 8th. Cubs need some offense, and it better come here in the top of the 8th when 3, 4, and 5 are coming up against reliever Corey Wade, who's been outstanding. Again, should this series come to an end while we're on SportsCenter, we expect it will, post-game analysis, and you'll hear live press conferences from Chavez Ravine, and you just know you want to hear from Lou Piniella, and you will.
Back to football. Auburn has won 13 straight in its series against Vanderbilt. Average margin of victory, 25 points. So Kenny Chesney, Lee Corso, who you picking?
If Auburn doesn't do a better job moving the football tonight, they're going to get kicked tonight. I'll take Vanderbilt.
All right! Let me tell you, Kenny, you're a smarter guy than I thought. Give me that thing here.
Let's see what you're
Look
doing.
At this here. Look at this thing. Look at it.
First quarter, coach looks right. Chris Todd Rodriguez-Smith, 7-0 Auburn. And still in the first, it's Todd to Mario Fannin, 28 yards. And it looks like Tommy Tuberville's club is going to run over Bobby Johnson's. It's 13-0, but the extra point is missed. Why are we showing you that? Stick with me. Second quarter, Vanderbilt starting quarterback Chris Nixon. Pass falls incomplete. Nixon has injured his shoulder. Go see Michael Joyce. Backup quarterback Mackenzie Adams steps in, and he was watching College Game Day earlier. Second quarter, still 13-0. Adams hits Justin Wheeler. 15-yard touchdown. All of a sudden, it's 13-7. PAT good. Third quarter, still 13-7. Vanderbilt deep, and Adams, the lob to Brandon Barden. Extra point good. So now Vanderbilt's taking a 14-13 lead. What's happened to the Auburn offense? Well, they're in deep kimchi right there, backed up to their own 3, and Todd picked off by Myron Lewis. Vanderbilt ball with 2 minutes to go, and Vanderbilt's going to win behind backup quarterback Adams.
Corso kind of hurt my feelings a little bit this morning. I was watching Game Day in the room, and he kind of threw our head out, and I was like, man, come on, how you going to do that? So we had to come out here and prove ourselves a little bit, so hopefully he'll respect the team a little bit. So I think a lot of people will earn some respect tonight.
Oh, don't throw the Vanderbilt hat out. Adams, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns. Vanderbilt, 14-13 win. How about second-ranked Alabama at home against Kentucky? Both sides undefeated. Crimson Tide at home, 19-0-1 against the Wildcats. First quarter, Glenn Coffey, and you saw the offensive line to seal off the Tide defense, or the Kentucky defensive line there, and Coffey, 78 yards. He had 218 yards in this game. That's most by a Bama back since Sean Alexander went for a school record 291 in 1996. And then Mike Hartline, the Kentucky quarterback, still in the first, does his team no favors. Orlando McClain, the sophomore from Decatur, picking up the drop by Hartline, and Alabama up 14-0. And it kind of looks like that Auburn thing that maybe they're going to run away with it. But here comes Kentucky. Rich Brooks' club. Dickie Lyons on the screen. He beats everybody end zone. We got a 14-7 game. Fourth quarter, Coffey's going to break a big run. He's going to fumble the ball. David Jones of Kentucky is going to jump on it, but lose it. And Bama's going to recover, kick a field goal, 17-7. Kentucky scores in the final minute. Final score, 17-14. Onside kick went out of bounds. So let's take a look at the schedule, and it should come as no surprise. Alabama's 6-0, outgaining their opponents by more than 175 yards per game on the ground. Coach Saban's club is pounding it. 6 games, their Saturday win over Kentucky. 4th time they've outgained an opponent by more than 230 yards on the ground. Kentucky came in just giving up 70-some yards on the ground, and Alabama ran on them hard. Florida coming off that loss to Ole Miss and Coach Nutt. Gators at Nutt's old stomping grounds. Arkansas going to stomp on the Razorbacks in the final quarter. 17-7, Tim Tebow, pocket strike. Percy Harvin, 21 yards. Tebow did throw a pick in this game, which he hadn't seen since the Fillmore administration. And then Tebow to Chris Rainey, the redshirt freshman, 75 yards. The true freshman, Jeff Demps, both him and Rainey ran for 103 yards on the ground, and Florida blows up in the fourth quarter, blows up Arkansas 38-7.
I know it's tough to top the SEC, but we'll try in the Big Ten. 14th ranked Ohio State, number 18 Wisconsin from Madison. First Big Ten road game for Terrell Pryor. And he had Chris Beanie Wells behind him. Little stiff arm on Shane Carter. Wells at 168 yards rushing, over 100 yards for the 8th time his last 9 games. You see the great blocking by that Buckeye offensive line, giving Beanie the big hole. Second quarter, Wisconsin driving. Allen Everett moving around, and then a back across the field to Mickey Turner, tied at 7, and a field goal up 10-7 at the half. Wisconsin controlled the ball for 11:29 of the second quarter. Wisconsin down 3. Here's John Clay jumping over people. Watch it again. Look at the freshman. Clay just hurdles Anderson Russell for the first down. We're still on that drive. 3rd and goal at the 1. P.J. Hill. runs right, fights his way in for the score. Wisconsin up 17-13. Less than 5 minutes to go. Ohio State driving. Pressure on Pryor, you know. More mental than physical, as you can see. Over the middle, Brian Hartline, who fumbles, but Brian Robinski recovers. Ohio State keeps the ball. There's Pryor from the shotgun. He'll keep it for the running score. Passing, he was 13-19 for 144. They take a 20-17 lead after the extra point. Ensuing Badger possession. Final minute to play. Everidge on the run. Final chance. And he's picked clean by Malcolm Jenkins. And Ohio State hangs on to win in Madtown. Staying in the Big Ten. 6th-ranked Penn State on the road in West Lafayette. Visiting those Boilermakers. Joe Pa leading the Nittany Lions, but from the booth due to that injured right hip. Evan Royster sees the hole and takes advantage. Down on the 23rd-yard line. And Penn State 1st and 10 now. Nittany Lions going in for the score. Darrell Clark on the quarterback sneak. Here's Clark now in the 3rd quarter. Penn State up 10-0. Finds Deion Butler. Nice sideline catch. Clark 18 of 26 for 220 yards. No scores. 1st and goal, it's Royster running it in. He had 141 yards on the ground. Penn State, 13th time they start 6-0 under Joe Paterno. So Penn State in the Big Ten, 6-0, 2-0. 6-0 overall, 2-0 in the conference. They'll face what is probably their toughest stretch of the year. They'll go to Camp Randall and take on the Badgers next Saturday after a home game. A trip down to Michigan, a trip to Columbus to take on the Buckeyes 3 weeks from today. In the last 5 years, Penn State 3-10 against those 3 schools. If you go by the name Juice these days, this is the Juice you want to be. Michigan squeezed for a big house record. And USC looking to find its form, getting bounced by the Beavers. Mark Sanchez went down awkwardly. An update on the way.
Play Streak for the cash and you could win $1 million. Go to ESPN.com, search Streak.
The DNA is just, that's just bananas. Actually like a living organism. It's DNA in a video game. It's like a computer that can talk and learn and stuff. It's crazy, isn't it? Oh, man. It automatically tracks the stats of the players, the injuries, the hot streaks. I don't know who thought about it, but he was a genius, man. It updates every day. Like, that's bananas, man.
Rated E for everyone.
Now $1.99.
Oh, that's not necessary. You don't have to.
All right, Mama. Did you get the flowers this week?
Hey, MJ.
Right, love you.
The Haynes man himself.
Okay.
Speaking of which, my agent turned me on to these shirts. The collar doesn't stretch out, and you should look into it.
Looks good, man. But I gotta go.
We should do dinner. You like Korean barbecue?
No.
We could just trade info. Maybe you and I could...
Take care, man.
The number's in there. Call me.
A collar that lays flat. That's the Comfort Fit Promise, only from Haynes.
Anything else I can get you?
Get me a new phone.
This is Jeff Norman. He doesn't get health insurance from an employer, so he's been buying it himself for years. He's healthy, so he wonders why his rates keep going up. Liz Sloan wants health insurance, but doesn't think she can afford it. We're Assurant Health, and we've been customizing plans to meet the needs of individuals for over 110 years. For instance, with our 2-year rate guarantee and healthy discount, Jeff will get 15% off his rate and lock in that rate for 2 years. For Liz, we offer plans that allow people like her to pay for only the benefits they need, saving them money. In fact, Liz could get up to $2 million of coverage for less than $100 per month. Unlike other health insurance companies that focus on corporations and treat everyone the same, Assurant Health is there for the individual. So if you need health insurance, call the number on your screen, visit our website, or contact your local agent.
Call now to find out how you can save hundreds of dollars a year on your health insurance. Call 1-800-229-0166.
I'm poolside with John Graham, MVP of the Graham Honeymoon. John, what was the key for you this week?
Wow, I just really wanted to come out here and play my game, get the latest info on my fantasy players, then set my roster for total domination.
Can you describe your emotion?
Excited, proud, stuffed. The buffet's pretty robust.
Okay, back to you guys in the studio.
Be an ESPN MVP. Manage your fantasy teams, get live game casts, exclusive commentary, and more with VCast, only from America's most entertaining network, Verizon Wireless.
There appears to be an event happening.
M. Night Shyamalan's first R-rated film.
Did you hear that?
Now features footage too intense for theaters.
We lost contact.
With whom?
Everyone.
Oh my God.
It's over.
The Happening. Tuesday.
The phone company has an important message for its customers. Don't listen to Vonage.
Well, over 2 million people have already joined Vonage.
Oh, really?
With Vonage, you get award-winning service quality with unlimited local and long-distance calls for just $24.99 a month.
Unlimited for just $24.99?
Are you having trouble keeping track of what your phone company is charging? With Vonage, your rate starts low and stays low.
Sign up now with Vonage and get 1 month free.
Call 1-877-4VONAGE or go online today.
Some NFL quick hitters for you. Could be a huge boost for the Eagles. Brian Westbrook, listed as questionable. Who cares? Looks like he's on track to play tomorrow against the rival Redskins. As for the Cardinals, Anquan Boldin, no surprise, out indefinitely after undergoing facial surgery this week. His Arizona Cardinal teammates host Buffalo tomorrow. And the Bengals have activated troubled wide receiver Chris Henry for their game against the Cowboys. As for the Seahawks and Giants, here's Sal Palantonio.
Let's face it, Tom Coughlin is taking a huge gamble. The suspension of Plexico Burress for 1 game for missing 1 meeting during the bye week has left the Giants without their #1 wide receiver and Eli Manning without his #1 security blanket for the game against Seattle on Sunday. Since coming to the Giants in 2005, Burress has caught a shade over 20% of Manning's completions, by far the most on the team. And he also draws double teams. So on Sunday, Seattle will devote a safety closer to the line of scrimmage to stop that Giants rushing attack, which is second in the league with 5.4 yards a carry. Coughlin said the suspension of Burress was designed to uphold the team concept of the Super Bowl champs, but he may be putting his team at risk. At the Meadowlands, Sal Palantonio, ESPN.
All right, Sal, thanks. And when all is said and done tomorrow, make sure you're watching SportsCenter here on ESPN. Chris Berman, Tom Jackson, Trent Dilfer, and John Saunders. They all have a permanent smile on their face because they love talking NFL football, and they will do so for about an hour and 15 minutes starting tomorrow night, 7 Eastern, right here on ESPN. Mort, not pictured. He'll be smiling with information as well.
Well, Oregon picked a bad time to play 9th-ranked USC. Not that there's necessarily a good time, but Pete Carroll has never lost consecutive Pac-10 games, and Trojans coming off that shocking loss at Beaver Nation. And Oregon's defensive back shocked at how wide open Damian Williams is there, the transfer from Arkansas. And check it out, Williams and Patrick Turner cross each other off of the line, and Oregon's defenders remain in a man-to-man, and man, that's an easy 6. It was 10-3 at the time. It's 10-10 now, and Sanchez then 63 yards to Ronald Johnson. Sanchez 3 touchdowns, 332 yards, 17-10. Oregon's defense, or USC's offense, goes on a roll here. USC up 20-10 in first play after recovering a duck fumble. It's Patrick Turner, 24 points in the final 7:47 of the half for USC. Second half, Sanchez, 7 different receivers caught the ball, while 5 different receivers, running backs touched the ball. Stephon Johnson right there. That's a top play nominee. And in the end, it's 44-10 Trojans.
So to come on SportsCenter, Reese, Lou, Mark, pinpoint today's playmakers, including the keys to the upset of the SEC. We'll put a wraps on the day in college football. And what a way to start the NHL season. Pens and Sens in overtime. It was opening day in the NHL.
Thursday. Detective Sam Tyler will find himself stuck in 1973, and he doesn't know why. From the network that brought you Lost, Grey's Anatomy, and NYPD Blue, comes the next great cop show. Harvey Keitel, Lisa Bonet, Michael Imperioli, Gretchen Mol, and Jason O'Mara in the 4-star premiere event. ABC's Life on Mars premieres Thursday at 10/9 Central, right after an all-new Grey's Anatomy on ABC. Over the years,
nobody's found.
There have been numerous strange occurrences.
No explanation.
The government has kept hidden from us.
We're in Los Angeles with a fire department.
But one of them
Tape everything, you hear me? Tape everything!
was recorded on film.
They won't let us out.
Everyone's been evacuated.
They're gonna let us die!
What the hell's going on? I am not authorized to tell you.
Quarantine. Rated R. Opens Friday.
His was the oldest registered distillery in the United States, from a place where the water was cool, clean, and iron-free. Perfect for making whiskey. Charcoal mellowed drop by drop for smooth sipping, the Tennessee way. which is not the easy way, but it was his way.
Starting now, you will never look at World War II the same way again. Starting now, it's not just history, it's real. With eyewitness footage like nothing you've seen before. Electrifying, brutal, and explosive. It's The World at War, Turning Points, the most powerful World War II documentary ever made. Preserved forever in the diamond-sharp clarity of DVD. More than 30 years ago, a team of filmmakers set out to create the ultimate visual history of the war, searching archives around the world. This is what they found. Footage once considered so shocking, it couldn't be seen at all. This is the mother of all World War II documentaries. If you care about the war, this is one collection you must own. Get The World at War Turning Points on 3 DVDs for just $59.99. But wait, call with your credit card and you'll get an extra $20 off. That's more than 10 hours of explosive eyewitness footage for just $39.99. And that's not all. You'll also get a bonus DVD, Hitler's Germany, packed with bone-chilling eyewitness footage of the Nazis' bloody rise and fall. Yours to keep free when you call right now. Plus, do it in the next 10 minutes and get free shipping and handling. That's an additional savings of nearly $7. You'll be there for every major turning point of the war. From North Africa and Stalingrad to D-Day, Iwo Jima, and the final battle for Japan. The New York Times called The World at War superb. The LA Times said these episodes will send chills racing up the spine. Call now to get The World at War Turning Points, plus Hitler's Germany as a free bonus. 4 DVDs for just $39.99. Call in the next 10 minutes and we'll ship it for free. Think you've seen World War II before? You haven't seen anything until you've seen this. Call now to order.
Call 1-800-248-2380 to order World at War on 4 DVDs for $39.99 and receive free shipping and handling when you call in the next 10 minutes with your credit card. Call now or order online at timelife.com/World at War.
Monday Night Football, Adrian Peterson and Reggie Bush. If you pay to watch them play, as long as you paid your cable bill, you'll see it on ESPN. Vikings Saints, 8:30 Eastern. Coverage begins at 7:30 Eastern. Monday Night Countdown.
All right, we're not done with the college kids, though. Stanford and South Bend will meet up with Jimmy Clausen and the Irish. Clausen had himself a football game. 21-7 in the third. Clausen to Kyle Rudolph for the score. Clausen threw for a career-high 347 yards and 3 scores. Stanford on the comeback here, trailing by 14. Tavita Pritchard to Doug Baldwin. That's a nice grab on the end zone. It's a 7-point game. After the Irish turn the ball over on down, Stanford on their own 10. 8 seconds left. Pritchard to Anthony Kimball. Tosses to Baldwin, the old hook and ladder. And the ball's fumbled, and the Irish are going to recover. 28-21 is your final. Now, after the game, all sorts of pushing and